I would say that this profession was something I chose a long time ago, but at the same time it chose me simultaneously. It's something that I never really thought I would be doing, and that's why I say that it kind of chose me. But at the same time, I was always working towards it and was hopeful that my dream would come to fruition. My granddad used to drag race in the 50s, and my dad did when he was a teen. And I was born in Glendora, California, where NHRA is their headquarters. My family didn't make me drag race or do anything. They left the option open, and it just something naturally clicked that I liked it.
23-year-old Blake Alexander makes his funny car debut, runs a 4:18, 267 miles an hour.
Coming back to Bristol Dragway is always really special to me, and it's someplace that I've been coming to for years. And, you know, it's just the aura of the track here and the energy is very cool. You know, as a kid, I always loved coming here, and I still, when I make the drive for the 500th time, you know, I'm still like kind of giddy and like a little kid because I just remember exactly what it was like when I was younger and now.
Oh, how about this? Set. Blake Alexander driving for Paul Smith.
One weekend we came here to this race called the Mike Boz East Coast Nationals, and I went to the final round at the race on Saturday, and it was like 8 rounds of racing, and then I went to the final round and won at the race on Sunday, and it was unexpected, I guess, because I wasn't really devoting a lot of time and attention to it, so that's when it clicked for me, and I kind of dove in to, you know, my life in drag racing.
I think the biggest obstacle that Blake faced on his journey to being a professional racer was really just asking people for money, having the confidence that he had something to sell. He's always been an exceptional driver, and if you look at what he's doing right now in a Nitro Funny Car, it's really incredible with the few number of runs he has.
Well, my dad worked in the automotive industry, and through business trips and things like that I had the opportunity to go on, I had met someone from Gates, and he always jokingly said, I'm going to sponsor this kid one day, and because he knew I raced the junior cars, and I sent him a proposal, and it worked, it clicked, and it's something that I started with them, and it's something that's continued on now till I'm 24, and I went to the final round at Charlotte driving the Gates car, so it's exciting.
And there's Blake Alexander, the recent college graduate from Virginia. One of the young guns on the series, though, 24 years of age.
When you look at Blake Alexander there going down the racetrack with that 420.
You know, we run part of the races, and you got to run full time to, you know, really do good. And the more Blake drives, the better he gets. But he's a good driver. You know, you're only as good as what's under you, and we're trying some new parts and new stuff this year. And I think if we can get through this year, next year will be a better year for all of us.
Working with Paul is something that I always hoped to do. When I was 17, I called him and said, I want to drive your funny car. And he said, you don't have enough money, which was the absolute truth. So I kept working on it, though. And finally, I think when I was 21 or 22, I got in touch with Paul and started to license in his car, and had the people from Exide who were sponsoring me, and the people from Auto Plus and Auto Service Plus, they wanted, you know, I said, hey, you know, help me get my license. I could be the youngest funny car driver. I really think it's something that we could promote and we could run with. And as I was racing at Atlanta at the time, and I got the email, and I was like, wow, this is, you know, very exciting. And, you know, from there, my relationship with Paul has grown, and I really respect the way he does things. He's straightforward, he's honest, and he can connect all the dots and kind of, you know, lead the way for us.
He's only 24 years old. In the future, he's going to be a Beckman, and he's going to be a John Force. And you're only as good, like I said, as what you drive, and it's going to take time for him to get better and better and better. Like our team, it takes time to get better and better and better. But if he stays in this sport, he'll be a winner.
I know everyone says it, but I have a great crew, maybe the best crew out there. Right now we have 6 or 7 guys that show up, and we do the work that all the big teams are doing during the week. You know, they all have jobs away from the races, and I just respect, you know, the Monday grind after the Sunday grind. Those are tough days, and you know, I think everyone does a great job during the week and on the weekends to do good work in everything they do.
Oh, look at that.
Not gonna happen. It's going to be Blake Alexander.
How about that?
Growing up, I always had a favorite drag racer, and you know, my favorite fuel racer was Blaine Johnson and Pat Austin were my two favorites, and you know, I remember, you know, going up and getting to meet those guys. They're actually friends with my father, and I could really like go talk to them, and that's what made me like them. And I try to remember that now when I'm a pro driver, is that everyone can talk to me and I'm always available. There's no such thing as I'm too busy.
John Force, who is riding a 31 race winless streak, to get the opportunity to end that, he's going to have to beat Blake Alexander, who back at the 4-wide Nationals raced in the finals for the first time ever.
I don't really get amped up to compete against anyone. I like John Force, obviously. It's cool pulling up against him because he's a legend, you know, he's just someone that I never thought I'd race against in my life. But I don't really change my attitude or anything when I race anyone. I really pride myself on being really calm when I'm in a race car.
Youth versus experience, just 40 years and a few wins, a few championships separated the two today in Bristol.
But like I said, the legends, I think thinking back on it, people will look at it and be like, well, that was pretty cool. I got to race at the time when he was racing, because I don't think there's going to be very many people like him.
Boy, does Mike Neff have a handle on this tune-up? Yes, he does.
That young Alexander over there, that's the future of our sport, and I'm fighting Father Time. You know that.
Being a representative for Auto Service Plus and getting the opportunity to drive the Auto Service Plus powered by Auto Plus car is really something that, you know, is special to me, and it's something that I've been, you know, looking for a brand and a company that wanted to grow with me and wanted to get involved in NHRA drag racing, and that's what we've done. You know, we really have grown. We've got great relationships with customers out here. They're coming and hanging out in our hospitality area. They're getting to see, smell, taste the experience, and it's just something that I feel very, you know, like lucky to have the opportunity, but at the same time I've worked hard enough that I feel like I somewhat deserve it, and I just need to continue to work hard now that I have it, and race hard, if you will, because we are trying to figure this out and make the car that we have and their brand on the car be a competitive car that can compete for years to come.